All right, Nick, rolling into a big Super Bowl weekend kind of feels like, something that happens a lot for the Chiefs lately. They've been in a lot of big games, made a couple Super Bowls, this being their third. I think having some reassuring news will help the Chiefs feel a little bit better, but they got to be feeling pretty good at this point, anyways. But there is a lot of good news to hear this week, Nick.
Yeah, Miles, but before we get into that, Chiefs fans, look, you're in the big game again, just like Miles just said. We want to hear from you guys in the comment section below. Give us your predicted final score and your MVP of the game. You got to do both. Give us the final score and the MVP for what I know you guys are thinking is going to be a huge Chiefs victory, second Super Bowl with Mahomes. Let us know what you think the score is going to be in the comment section below. But all right, Miles, give us that news out of Kansas City.
Well, Nick, I think, everyone was a little bit worried at first. Everyone was banged up from the Jacksonville game going in to the game versus the Bengals, and then going on further from that. And people are just uncertain on who was going to be able to make it to the Super Bowl, who's not. But you get that long 2-week period, so everyone magically it's the Super Bowl. Everyone wants to play in the Super Bowl. This is literally what they've been working for all season long. So the Chiefs have a litany of good news this past few weeks. Most notably, first, L'Jarius Sneed has passed concussion protocol, so he is good to go for the game. Going down to the next tier of injuries would be Kadarius Toney. He told people that he will play. He has been practicing as well. Same with Juju Smith-Schuster. They both practiced this past Monday, so that is good news for the Chiefs fans. Those guys are looking good to go. And then finally, Nick, I think probably at the bottom of this totem pole, but still a valuable asset to the team as far as depth and things like that goes. Clyde Edwards-Helaire has been activated, and he has been practicing, and he potentially could push running back Ronald Jones off of the game day roster. So that will be a slight upgrade in aspects of the running back department. But nonetheless, Nick, there is a lot of good news for the Chiefs this week. What do you think about it all?
Yeah, so it's all absolutely spectacular if you're a Chiefs fan, and I don't think I'm underselling it, especially the L'Jarius Sneed clearing concussion protocol. Okay, because everyone knows when you're going up against the Eagles, that running game, that offensive line, you need to put 8 guys in the box. You need to commit a lot of bodies to the run. That safety, that strong safety, needs to be playing in the box, whether he's spying Jalen Hurts or actively trying to force in the run game. He needs to be there, and that means you're forced to leave your corners on islands, either in man on man or like a cover 3 kind of deal. And you do not want to be without your best corner on islands against, obviously AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, the guys that Philly's throwing out there. In fact, I think if L'Jarius Sneed, if he would not have cleared protocol and would not have been able to play in the game, I think Spagnuolo would have been forced to go with a 2 deep safety look to protect his corners a little bit, which would have left them very susceptible to the run game. So the fact that Sneed is able to play and will play, I think is going to be huge because that'll allow Spags and company to focus on the Eagles running game. Because I honestly think if you can contain that running game just a little bit, you have a real chance of slowing down that high-powered Philadelphia offense. And let's not forget, Spags likes to blitz in these big games too. And when you're in those situations, there's nothing you love more than corners you trust because you're leaving them on islands. Again, a lot of the young corners have done well. Williams has done well. I think McDuffie's becoming a really nice player, but having your number one guy healthy and primed to go will give Spagnuolo a lot of confidence to run some of those exotic blitzes that he's used in big games before. And I think that just all goes to show having Sneed back and ready to go, I think will be one of the biggest impacts on this game for the Chiefs.
Yeah, I definitely think it's the biggest because when I look at the game, I think it is going to be. I'm not worried about the Chiefs' offense scoring points, although Philly does have a pretty good defense. I think Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs have proved they can score points, especially in the big games. So I'm not worried about that. It's mainly going to be, Nick, can Kansas City's defense get pressure onto Jalen Hurts and, get him to make some bad decisions, potentially have your guys, like you said, L'Jarius Sneed, who are on these islands, be able to get some turnovers. And then on the flip side of that, can they slow down Philly's defense a little bit, but not so much, just because I believe that this Kansas City Chiefs offense is good enough to score the points here. So really, can they get the pressure on Jalen Hurts? Can they do all of those things that they need to do to get these turnovers forced? And I think it'll be pretty easy if they're able to do those kind of things. But like you said, having a top-tier cornerback, probably the best corner on this team. I know McDuffie is very good, but L'Jarius Sneed has been proven time and time again. I think is really big getting him back. And then obviously having Juju out there, having Kadarius Toney out there, that'll be pretty big for the offensive side of things as well. But quite frankly, Nick, I think Patrick Mahomes could throw to me or you out there, and we would be scoring points. He's just magical when he has the ball. And to reiterate on that, Patrick Mahomes still looking good. That injury, they said maybe not 100%, but he's like really, really close. He's still looking very, very, very good.